This episode is brought to you by MEXC Crypto Trading Platform. With the wild swings we're experiencing in these crypto markets, why not take advantage of the wide range of cryptos to actually trade on MEXC? Find your next moonshot and never miss another crypto gem again. And use the link below and I'll airdrop you $25 worth of Bitcoin. Visit MEXC.com for more information. Link in the description below.
This my two Satoshis, who need 2 cents when they can get double from stacking Toshis, yeah.
Yo, what's up? This is Dr. Little John from a G Perspective with my two Satoshis. Due to the events of the last few weeks, I thought I'd read something that I wrote. Bitcoin in the crypto space has its own unique lexicon filled with slogans, catchphrases, taglines, metaphors, and memes, all centered around its ethos, the characteristics and spirit of a culture or a community as manifested in its beliefs and aspirations. Those beliefs and aspirations are reiterated often in condensed sayings like proverbs. Hence, I've named this the proverbs of Bitcoin and crypto. Many are in the form of acronyms, short catchphrases with broad meanings and concepts behind them. Knowing and understanding them is critical in navigating this space, especially during downturns in the market. But in fact, downturns are when we need to be learning, stacking, and building. This space is all about education, and I'm here spreading the wealth by sharing the knowledge with my two Satoshis. So let's start this off right with DYOR. Do your own research, for this is not investment advice, but purely for educational purposes. Get used to hearing this. Because of legalities, it will be repeated until you're blue in the face. And for good measures, don't trust, but verify. But these both force us to take personal responsibility for our financial actions. So if you're here, then you've already fallen down the rabbit hole with its infinite doors of knowledge to explore. Feel free. From the why to the general technology and its complexities, and the how, touching on finance, economics, history, psychology, and how computing is impacting all of these as we speak. But in the midst of all this, you'll be bombarded with FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, caused primarily by misleading info from the media and or your interpretation of it. Note, understand, this space is one of the biggest mental games out there. And it's going to test you, causing the pendulum to swing from FUD to FOMO, fear of missing out, which in this space is the hype factor on steroids and has led many to getting wrecked, taking losses from FOMO buying and panic selling. Be leery of those constantly shilling projects, overly hyping for the purpose of pumping the price to later dump their bags on others. Pump and dumps, exit scams, rug pulls. But if you can bypass the scams, then life-changing wealth is right around the corner. But that means stacking your sats. If you don't know, sats or Satoshis are smaller portions of a Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is capable of being denominated 8 places to the right of the decimal. So 8 places to the right of the decimal is 1 Satoshi. 1,000,000 Satoshis equals 1 full Bitcoin. That's one of the misconceptions that a lot of people have, is that they have to buy a whole Bitcoin. And so they're often deterred when they see the actual price. But know that you don't have to buy full Bitcoin. You can buy Satoshis, which are portions of a Bitcoin. You can buy $20 worth of Bitcoin. You can buy $10, buying the dips and DCAing, dollar cost averaging. DCA is one of the simplest strategies that has proven itself when buying Bitcoin. It is basically buying set amounts at predetermined intervals, potentially lowering your average buy price while avoiding the difficulties of trying to catch bottoms. Understand, this is an investment strategy and not a trading strategy for quality assets whose fundamentals are sound, regardless of the ebbs and flows of the market. Assets that are phenomenons like Bitcoin. But this will require you to hodl, hold for dear life through the volatility and the FUD. But when in doubt, zoom out. When we say when in doubt, zoom out, what we're saying is that you can often get caught in looking at the charts and short time intervals. For example, the last couple of weeks. So if we looked at the charts of the last couple of weeks, the market for the most part has been either going down or sideways. And that can have an effect on our psyche. So when we may doubt our investment or our thesis of that investment, sometimes it is best to look at longer time frames. And when we look at longer time frames, then we'll realize that these last 2 weeks are nothing in comparison to the total direction that Bitcoin or the crypto markets have been going in. Primarily, Bitcoin has been going up since its conception from $1. But we have these intervals of retracements or downturns And it's kind of like a stair or a lightning bolt pattern. We have these long upswings, short downswings, long upswings, short downswings. So that's why we say, when in doubt, zoom out. But be cautious of hollering with shitcoins, which is what maxis, Bitcoin maximalists, call anything that isn't Bitcoin. And in most cases for good reason. Often leaning on hopium and irrational optimism and being degenerates, someone who chases after opportunities without doing sufficient research, or someone who truly believes the project to the extreme degree of confidence without considering the consequences. In fact, many degened and went all in on Terra Luna and lost it all. But amongst this, we the people are attempting to create sound money, laying the foundation for personal economic sovereignty with a digital monetary system that removes the need for reliance on policies or leaders that affect the value outside of the control of the individuals who use it. This means your money must be neutral, open source, basically technology that is free to use, free to share, and free to modify. Nothing in this protocol is hidden, as our money should be. But as you grow in your journey towards your individual economic sovereignty, let this phrase be the base of your get down. Not your keys, not your Bitcoin or crypto. Ultimately achieving self-custody of your digital assets. I thought I'd touch on that. I thought I'd share that. Feel free to delve deeper into each one of those subjects. Like I said, they're broad concepts. They'll do you a service during the times of your doubt, the times of your fear, the times of your uncertainty, the times when you're second guessing your investments or second guessing your decisions. So that's something I thought I'd share. Thought I'd give my 2 Satoshis. Once again, I appreciate you stopping by. Subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Let me give a shout out to CBTV and the CBTV fam. From a G perspective, peace. I'm out.
Double up. 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no